Before Shane Steichen talks about anything else, he's going to talk about Salvon Ahmed. Indianapolis Colts running back got hurt out here today in kind of a grotesque way. His foot pointed in the wrong direction, and that's never a good thing. So he's going to be on the shelf for a while. And the hit was kind of unfortunate. Trey Washington kind of grabbed him, pulled him down. No good. He's sick about it. The team's sick about it. Ahmed obviously sick about it, fighting for a job out here. Here's Shane Steichen talking about that and talking about the offense and how the offense a little bit ahead of the defense today, and you would think that they would be with Mooney Ward not up, Jalen Jones not playing, Juju Brent's not playing, and so those guys not participating today or yesterday or Thursday night kind of gave the offense a pretty distinct advantage. So here's Shane Steichen.
Just first off, Salvon, thoughts and prayers with him right now. Obviously, got a severe leg injury in practice. Never want to see that happen. I know we don't encourage hip drop tackles. I know Trey's, down in the dumps, and I don't think he's trying to do that. We're just trying to, create an edge is what I'm trying to get done. Especially in the developmental, those guys are going to have to tackle, come preseason. So, but thoughts and prayers with Salvon, and hopefully he has a speedy recovery.
So that was a live tackling period for them?
Yeah, the developmental, as you guys have seen the last couple days, we've been live with those guys, just getting them ready, for tackling in the preseason.
So, just it kind of happened in the end zone. Is that an area of the field where maybe you got to use some judgment, or what do you think?
Yeah, he's chasing them down right there, trying to make a play before he scores. Again, I'm sure he obviously didn't mean to do it. Injuries happen in football. It's a very unfortunate situation for Salvon, but like I said, thoughts and prayers with him, and our team will support him.
You wrestle with this stuff a lot, I'm sure, as a coach, right? How physical to be and that kind of thing. Just how do you square it all?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think, training camp is where you want to create the edge and the toughness and the identity of your football team. And so, you have live periods, and it's really just an unfortunate situation.
What do you think of the team coming around, Salvon and obviously AR coming over there, DeForest Buckner, and Cam Bynum praying for him?
Yeah, I thought it was tremendous, just the team camaraderie that our guys have, and Cam praying over them with the whole team there. Just shows the the tightness of this group as it comes together. It's a new year with new faces and guys coming together. I think it shows a lot. Just the closeness of this team right now.
Just how difficult or delicate, I guess, is it to then have to strap it back up and go out there and finish practice?
Yeah,
I guess that's just football, though.
Yeah, there's no questions. Obviously, there's a lot of thoughts going along in my head during that situation. Talked to some of the leaders on the team. Wanted to get that last 2-minute situation in there. Felt that we needed that. They were on board with that, so we went ahead and finished practice.
Shane, Javarius Ward dealing with an injury?
Tightness, just tightness. He should be good for Baltimore on Tuesday.
Is this tightness?
Yeah, tightness, yeah. Just down here in the legs. Yeah.
Same with Pitt, just a groin that's
yeah.
not.
Yeah, just growing.
Anthony had a kind of a rough day yesterday. What do you think of the way he rebounded today?
I thought he did some really good things today. I think, when you go down in the red zone, the windows are tighter. There's certain things, obviously, that we're working through in the red zone, not with Anthony, but I'm just saying with everybody, and just going through that process, because that's where it's really tight windows. So I thought he bounced back really well today, made some good plays. It was a good day for those guys.
Anthony Gould's been making a lot of plays out there. I guess what impresses you the most about just what he's done year two compared coming off, rookie season?
Yeah, I think, understanding the system's a big part of it. And you don't have to think as much. You start playing faster, really focusing on your technique and details of your route running. And I think he's made great strides in this camp.
I'm sure you want your offensive line to win more consistently, but defensive line today, what do you think?
Phenomenal there in the backfield a lot today. They had a ton of sacks there. I let it play out a little bit just to get the drill going. But those guys were rushing hard. Latu had some really good rushes. Quiddy had a good rush. Those guys are doing a great job.
Shane, with the preseason, whatever you do game one with quarterbacks, will you then flip that for game two?
Yeah, both are going to play in this game. I haven't had a chance to talk to them about who's starting, but I'll address that with them tonight. I want them to hear it from me first before they hear it, through the media. But yeah,
When you say play, are you talking extensive or just to get a look?
Yeah, they'll play a good amount. One will play a good amount this game, and the next one will probably play a good amount the next game.
So what did you make of the day Riley Leonard had out there in the team period?
I thought he was good, efficient, throwing the football. I think he's doing a good job. I think he's making really good strides. I think coming in as a rookie, any rookie quarterback, learning the system, getting the reps. I think he's taking advantage of a lot of it. Still things to grow and learn from, but he's been making great strides.
Similarly, AD, what do you think about the consistency he's shown the last few days, last week?
It's been great to see. We need that from him. We need that from everybody. That's one of my pillars is consistency, and we need to be consistent all the time. Not sometimes be the same guy every day and show up.
And I think to do it after the first week, where honestly, he dropped the ball, a little too much there. What does that tell you?
Yeah, I think it's a mentality, a mindset, just bouncing back from that. You're going to hit adversity in the football season. You're going to hit adversity in training camp. It's how you manage the situations and bounce back from that. So it's been really good to see.
In evaluating the quarterbacks, how do you weigh practices versus scrimmages versus games?
I think it all matters. It all counts. Every rep matters. Every walkthrough matters. Every meeting matters. It all matters. So everything's being evaluated.
It's not like games are way up here and practice there's.
Yeah, I think it's all encompassing. Obviously, the competition will probably pick up going against a different opponent on Tuesday against Baltimore, and then obviously the preseason games. Obviously, I think it's just human nature that it'll pick up a little bit, but these practices are huge too out here.
With the new defense,
couple more?
do you view important playing time for Lou's first unit?
No, some of those guys, you guys probably know the guys that probably won't play. There'll be some guys out there, but I think you get a lot of that stuff here in training camp. You get a lot of it in the joint practices with that one group.
Will Zaire maybe get out there more in the joint practice or not?
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we're still working through that with Zaire.
Shane, how would you evaluate the team as you head into this joint practice with Baltimore? What do you hope to see on Tuesday from them?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a physical practice come Tuesday with Baltimore. Got a lot of respect for Coach Harbaugh and their team. They've had a lot of success, so it'll be a good, measuring stick for us and how training camp's been going. But I think overall, it's been really good to see the competition back and forth, offense, defense, the position battles that are going on. I'm very pleased with where our team's at right now.
How important is it just to have Zaire back in some capacity, just with kind of how young and fluctuating the rest of that linebacker group is?
Yeah, I think it's big. Obviously, he's one of the leaders on our team and makes a ton of tackles for us. Obviously, we're in the green dot at that position, the communication piece. Getting him back on the practice field, huge. He's taking all the walkthrough reps, which is good. So that communication, we get that in our walkthrough session in the afternoon with him. But to get him back on the field is big.
That's Shane Steichen, and you can tell how genuinely he feels as he sees a guy like Ahmed get hurt, and so chose with the help of his leadership to finish practice, which you've got to do, right? It's football. Guys get hurt. You can't stop down every single time. You can't call an end to practice every single time you get a guy hurt. They don't end games for that. You've got to become emotionally resilient a little bit. You've got to be intellectually resilient too, and that's what happened. They went out, they finished the last drill. They had about 9 minutes left, and that 2-minute drill, they got done. And while at the same time feeling for Ahmed, you got to get ready for the season, right? Colts did that today.